So there I was, enjoying myself, a nice little relaxing Wednesday evening, if you will. Scrolling my way through Twitter, making fun of the appropriate people I needed to make fun of, you know who you are. And bam! A Woj bomb. A Shams, not a bomb, I don't know, whatever Shams does, he tweets things. And boom. Rockets, been rumors flying around. Maybe Harden's going to the Nets. Maybe who knows where the hell Westbrook's going, to the Knicks, to this team, to that team. Westbrook wants out. Harden wants out. Where are these guys going to go? And just like that, a trade I didn't see coming. I don't really know that anyone was talking about this trade. And as crazy as it is, as big of the names that are involved, people are calling this a blockbuster trade. You know what this trade means for the landscape of the NBA? Nothing. A big, fat, freaking squadoosh. Nada. Zero. Nada. Nothing. And I'll get to what this trade was in a second. But first, this is the Drives with Dave podcast. How you doing? I'm the host, Dave Ettinger. Found anywhere you find podcasts, as well as right here on the Dave Talk Sports YouTube channel. Please like, love, subscribe, comment, whatever you got to do. Almost sneezed right there. As you know, I don't do edits, so what you see is what you get. I start the recording, I talk, I rant, I rave, and then I stop the recording, and that's what you get posted on my YouTube channel and the Drives with Dave podcast. So, Russell Westbrook, moving on after just one season. Didn't work out with Harden. Moving on from Houston. See ya. Where's he going? Didn't see this coming. Getting banished to Washington, the nation's capital. Getting traded for John Wall. That's right, the John Wall that you forgot used to be a superstar. The fastest guy from end to end with a basketball in his hand in the NBA. It's a 1-for-1, and there's a pick attached. It's a lottery-protected 2023 first-round pick. That Wall, and the pick is going to Houston. From Houston to Washington comes Westbrook. Now, again, these are huge names. These are two of the top, let's just say 8 point guards in the NBA, without thinking that hard about it. Two of the 20 best players in the NBA when healthy, right? And this trade means essentially nothing for the landscape of the NBA in its entirety. It means nothing. Yes, it affects the Wizards and Bradley Beal. How does he feel to lose Wall and gain Westbrook? What does that mean for the amount of times and he touches the ball and the amount of points that he scores in Washington, where he's been the guy? And then can that team now make the playoffs in the East? Maybe, because the East is garbage. And what does this mean for the Rockets? Do they still make the playoffs? Can John Wall stay healthy? That's become his number one concern. I mean, similar to what Klay Thompson is about to deal with. A guy in John Wall who's just missed large chunks of the last two seasons. And the Achilles injury is just all too eerily similar to what Klay Thompson's going through. And I feel bad for John Wall. I mean, I wish the guy would stay healthy. He's a talented guy, athletic. A really athletic point guard who fits into this era of the NBA. But again, this trade just does absolutely nothing to move the needle and alter the landscape in either the Western or Eastern conferences of the NBA. It just doesn't do that much. So we can call it a blockbuster. We can jump up and down and say, okay, Westbrook moved on. Now what happens to Harden? Nothing. They're not the Rockets are not trading James Harden. At least not now, not this offseason, not this preseason, not this season, not anytime relatively soon. Eventually, yes, because as you've seen with many teams, you trade somebody before you know they're going to leave, where you then get something opposed to nothing. And that's kind of where we're at today on the Drives with Dave podcast. where you join me every single morning on the way home from CBS Sports Radio headquarters in New York City, where today it's 6:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. A little bit of sunlight. Chilly out today. A lot of people, buttholes as I call them, driving around. Lots of traffic. Traffic is back. Let's be honest. Traffic is real. Traffic is back. People are out and about. It's annoying. Nobody knows how to drive. I'm over here podcasting and driving at the same time. These fools are just focused on driving and still can't do it. Whatever. So please, while you're here, subscribe, like, love, comment on the YouTube channel. It's good stuff. I appreciate it. This is Thursday. Almost forgot what day it was. Off tonight from the radio station, so you will not get a Drives with Dave podcast tomorrow, just like you didn't get one yesterday, because I had to get right home and get right to sleep. There was no time for you people yesterday, so I apologize. But today, you get me. Weekend, maybe. You get what you get and you don't get upset. And that's what we say here to my kids, and that's what we say here on this podcast. I've done enough ranting and raving. I got nothing left to say to you people, so goodbye.